and this game is all tied up. Would you expect anything different? Let's have some fun. Kids want to be all sorts of things when they grow up. They want to become doctors. They want to become dentists. They want to become American heroes. They want to go to space or join the military. They want to open up their own restaurant, feed the community. You know, for me as a kid, I was no different. I wanted to be everything that I could be. I wanted to become a train engineer. Yeah, train engineer. I wanted to become a paleontologist and dig up dinosaurs. To this day, I still have a love for weather. I wanted to become a meteorologist. I wanted to go out and storm chase and do all this cool stuff. And to this day, I still want to do that. And just like every other kid who grew up playing sports, I wanted to become a professional athlete. I wanted to go play basketball at Indiana University, and then I wanted to go play in the NBA for the Indiana Pacers. Now, obviously, since I'm here making this video talking to you, that didn't happen, but that's okay because I got a pretty awesome job now. But the point is, every person who has a dream gets it planted from somewhere. And the same goes for me, which is probably a good time for me to introduce myself to you all. I'm Cruz Martin. I'm a play-by-play broadcaster at the University of Tennessee, Lipscomb University, and Western Kentucky University. I do games on ESPN Plus, SEC Network Plus, and now on the radio network here at Learfield, because my new job title is a job title that most of you guys will now recognize me as being the new voice of the WKU Lady Toppers athletic programs, which includes the volleyball and women's soccer teams, the women's basketball team, and the softball team as well. And I'll be filling in for men's basketball, football, and baseball whenever I'm needed. And sometimes it hits me, kind of like it is now, that I've got these job titles at the age of 22. I graduated from college at the age of 21, about 15 to 16 months ago. And even after just 1 year, some of the opportunities that I've had out of college have been pretty extraordinary, to say the least. And a lot of people don't realize this. For every broadcaster who makes it at the D1 level or above, there's 10 to 15 broadcasters, maybe even 20, who never make it out of the high school level. And that's a really sobering thought to think about. So I figured, since this is such a unique position that I'm in, that I'd share it with you all. Well, at least what I can. We'll get more into that later. But, you know, being the voice of a Division I program is a job that only a handful of people are going to have in their lifetimes. And I just happen to be one of them. And I think that it would be really awesome to be able to share that experience with not only up-and-coming broadcasters, but fans of the programs I work for, or just sports fans in general, and also for the people who I grew up with at home to be able to see what it's like being a sports broadcaster on a day-to-day basis. So, I mean, as you can tell, we're in one of the most historic college basketball arenas in the country, EA Diddle Arena. And being able to come to work in this arena every single day in my unofficial office is just as awesome as I thought it would be. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things that I'm not going to be able to show you guys. And earlier today was an example. I sat in on a volleyball practice here at EA Diddle Arena. Anything that the team keeps behind closed doors, that's staying behind closed doors. I can't show you all that stuff, but there's going to be a lot of stuff that is really cool that I can show you. And we're at a really exciting time in the schedule right now because sports start up this week. We got a full schedule. We start out with an ESPN Plus TV broadcast for women's soccer against Missouri on Thursday, followed by traveling up to Louisville to go check out volleyball scrimmage against Bellarmine on Friday. And then 2 days later, we travel over to Knoxville, Tennessee to do a Tennessee women's soccer game on Sunday. So 3 games in 4 days to get the season started. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready to go. Let's get to it. So this is the way a lot of my days are going to start. It's going to be me here in my apartment, just working, getting boards and information ready for the games. Now, I've made a TikTok about how I make my boards, but if you haven't seen it, I'll kind of show you what they look like. So you have to excuse my dirty screen protector. I need to get this changed out, but this is an example of women's soccer boards for Western. So as you can see, we've got number, position, first and last name, height, class, where they're from, and then in a transfers case, where they transferred from and how many years they've been with the program. Then off to the left here, we have season highs, and up here we have career highs. This area right here, we keep track of the stats.
Okay, I found this on the web. For this area right here, we keep track of the stats. Check it out.
Anyway, and then over here is where we have any other information that we need. Here we've got the team name. I need need that in there. Here we've got the team name, and we've got the results for the team over the last 3 years. Below that, we have demographics of the record breakdown for last season. And over here, we have the head coach. Don't worry, I know Travis Hudson isn't the coach. I haven't gotten that far yet. And so I keep all of the main players up in this area right here, including the starting goalkeeper. And then all the players who might not play as much kind of go down below that, because soccer has a lot of players and I got to put them somewhere, and I don't want to keep them on multiple pieces of paper. And then down here, we've got Missouri. Now, there's still more I got to do. I've got to plug in a lot of team stats from this past season, considering it's the season opener. There's no team stats for this season, so I've got to add those in, storylines, and also do my open. But beyond that, we're pretty much set to go 2 days from now. Usually I'm not ready this far in advance, but when you have an entire offseason to prepare, it makes it pretty easy. We're going to get this knocked out, and then in a couple hours, we're going to go to volleyball practice. Okay, so now, after a couple of hours of work, we're walking over to EA Diddle Arena. Another volleyball practice today. I need basically all the exposure to this team that I can get, because I've never done volleyball on the radio, A, and B, this is a completely new team that I've never worked with before. And when you're doing games on the radio, you really don't have time to look down at your boards and identify players. You have to know them off the top of your head. So that's going to be important, having these players and their faces and their names kind of tied together, having that down before the first game. Fortunately, we're not doing the exhibition games, or maybe unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. Being able to have those exhibition reps would probably help me a little bit. It would not only be able to help me easily identify players better for whenever the regular season comes around, because that'd just be 2 more games that I have, but also I've never done volleyball on the radio before. And in a sport that moves as fast as volleyball, you've got to be pretty quick with it, and doing games off a TV screen can only do you so much. So, you know, I got to go to as many of these as I can, because I don't want to be unprepared whenever the season really comes around and it's time to show up. All right, everybody, so we just got done with volleyball practice, got to watch them go at it for about 3 hours or so, and got introduced to the team afterwards, which is pretty cool. But now that that's all out of the way, it's time to get back to the real work. And that's crunching the numbers and getting everything finalized for not only the soccer games this weekend, but the Bellarmine volleyball game that I technically won't be calling, but will be calling, just to get some practice reps in. By the way, I used to do this back in high school. I would spend the school days, instead of doing my schoolwork, I would work on my boards. Then in college, I would, hang out in my dorm or go to the Commons of Franklin Hall at Indiana University, or the library or classroom, wherever I could find a space to work. And I would just go in there and hang out for a couple hours, get everything that I needed to get done. And this past year, I had to get creative because I didn't have internet in my apartment. So I either had to go around my apartment complex, try to find a place where there was internet, or I had to stay at work late and use the internet that we had at the studio at ESPN Radio in Nashville. But being in this building has some pretty cool areas to work at. Pretty sweet, right? I mean, again, not many people are going to have the opportunity to have that to look at while they work. So why not take advantage of it, right?